Hello everyone. You cannot actually believe how excited I am to be here because I've been waiting for this moment for 1 year. Why? Because last year I've been invited here, but I had a trip and I didn't manage to come as a lecturer here. So this year I'm attending the StartUP conference. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to the organizers for inviting me. Did you start my timer? Yeah, okay. So, the question now that I want to ask is, which one of you likes learning? Forget about the academic learning, forget about your courses here, credits and all the other BS. Just tell me, which one of you loves acquiring new knowledge, getting better and better in business, in personal development, better and bigger human beings, having useful time on planet Earth? Okay, it seems like there are no people that actually like to learn. So what brings me here is my love to learn. And this presentation is basically my attempt to ask myself, what did I learn for 23 years on planet Earth? And what can I pass to someone else? So something important before shooting out an important disclaimer is that, as you may know, I'm not as famous as Yuli Tonkin, so I would like to tell you a few words about what I did. I also did my own badge, so in case people don't know my name, it's Nick. Nice to meet you. So, a little bit about me. I have two main Thank you. There we go. There are two main things that I'm passionate about right now in my life. One is entrepreneurship, and more specifically, I have a mission for helping people start their own innovative companies. That's the first thing. My job in this place of my interest mainly consists in these things. Every single one of these organizations somehow helps Bulgarian entrepreneurs grow, become better, faster and stronger on the global scheme of the entrepreneurship ecosystem. So my next really important and strong passion for me is marketing and communication. So these are some companies that I've worked with so far on my work. Enough for me. Come on. This is the disclaimer. I'll give you 10 really precious, for myself, lessons that I learned. None of these, I think, are universal laws that you all should follow. I don't want you to give them big importance for you, but what I want you to do is listen and see where you are intrigued and where your mind tells you, wow, this could be interesting for myself. If you pick one of these, I'll be happy. If you pick none, I'll be happy again. So, let's go on to the first one. The first life lesson that I want to share with you. You already saw it, but whatever. Life, if you haven't noticed already, is a sum of ups and downs. And there's nothing we can do to run away from this. Life is not all about unicorns, roses, and marshmallow fluff. It can be super mean, hard, harsh, and discouraging. But at the same time, life can be fun, lovable, and enjoyable. And it's up to us to understand that ups and downs are of our advantage. Why? Because they make us stronger, bigger, faster, better entrepreneurs, better human beings. The second life lesson that I would like to share with you is that you should be grateful for everything you have. Did you know that if you have clothes on your back, right now wearing them, if you have 3 meals a day, if you have a bed to lay on at night, you're wealthier than 85% of the world's population. And every single one of you right now, today, in this minute, has at least tens of things to be grateful for. Be grateful for your shoes on your feet. Be grateful for the hair on your head, for being able to listen, to hear, to touch, and to love. And it's really important to notice these things. Why? Because it's not what? Some people do not have these things, but we do. The third life lesson that I want to share with you is that we should treat people with respect. These days, it's super easy to be mean, to be disrespectful, to hate, even the slightest way. But it's really hard to be lovable, to be honest, and to support others. Benjamin Franklin has a great quote on that, and it's as follows: any fool can condemn, complain, and criticize, and most fools do. My advice, don't be a fool. Show appreciation to people in your life. The third lesson I would like to share with you is that nothing matters if you don't have a good health. If you think about it, good health is given to us for free. You never asked for good health when you were born on planet Earth. It's how you became a human being. You're healthy, and that's it. And it depends on us to keep it that way and to keep us healthy. Because if you are not healthy and you do not have a good health, nothing else matters. And nothing else is irrelevant. I found out for myself that I need exactly 6 things to keep myself healthy. I want to share them with you. None of these may be important for you, but I suggest you find your principles and apply them for you. The first thing for me is have healthy food. Second thing would be have plenty of water. Third thing would be have plenty of sleep, enough sleep. I know it's hard in the university, but still, try it. It's a good thing. The fourth thing is have a positive attitude, generally, towards life. The fifth thing, anyone? Is have regular and pretty good water intake. And the sixth one would be fresh air. That's for me, find your recipe for being healthy. The fifth lesson. Set huge, realistic goals for the future and make them super inspiring. Why? Because big goals, this big mountain that you see, is the thing that will get you up in the morning. And that thing will keep you running when there are problems, obstacles, and walls you hit. There's an interesting quote. It's by Donald Trump. But it's a good one, and I found it before he even tried to become a president of the United States. And it says, as long as we are going to be thinking, why not be thinking big? And when you have these big, huge, realistic goals, which get you up in the morning from your bed, start small. Because this huge mountain may sometimes look super discouraging. But when you chunk the way up to the top of the mountain on small, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly tasks and goals, everything all of a sudden becomes better, easier. Life lesson. Can we? Okay. Okay. Number 7. Persistence beats everything. Every single thing could be beaten with persistence. Persistence beats knowledge. Persistence beats capital and money. Persistence beats connections. If you persist long enough, and if you're crazy enough to pursue what you want, there's nothing that can stop you. Because why? You will achieve the knowledge, you will get it, you read books, talk to people, you will make the connections if you persist, and you'll find the money needed to realize your idea. 8 would be, money should not be your biggest priority, but they're freaking important. And I'll tell you why. Nowadays, if you don't have a decent income, even say income at all, there's no way for you to survive. And I know you pretty clearly know this as university students. But think about it. If you need food, you need money. If you need shelter, you need money. If you need a car to get from Sofia to Blagoevgrad to come and cheer the audience, you need effing money. For good or for worse, however you perceive it, that's what it is. I'm telling you this from a personal point of view, being on a place where I truly love what I do, and I'm super passionate about it, but then it doesn't give me a goddamn coin with which I can buy myself even a bus ticket to get from point A to point B. And believe me, that's super exhausting and discouraging thing. To be doing what you love, but that you haven't found a way to monetize it. So think about money, because money is important. Because when you want to hire people in your team, you need capital. When you want to do a trip somewhere, you need capital. If you want to expand your business on a global scale, you need capital. Think about money. Money shouldn't be your first priority, but it should be among your first priorities. Lesson number 9 is about startups. It's interesting, I haven't said anything about business and startups for now, and it's for a reason. Because my advice in this lesson would be, screw startups. Why? Did you know that from 100 startups, 95% live till the second year? From the 95% that live, so 95% fail till the second year. From the 5% that's left, 99.9% create something big as a company and as a product. And believe me, startups, if you're not the toughest guy on the world, are fucked up. You can be the happiest person, the happiest janitor in this university, happier than the CEO in the tallest business building in town. You can be an HR, you can be a digital marketer, you can be a poet, you can be an artist, a writer, whatever. There's a big trend that we all start startups. Startups are cool, but they're not for every single person. So find your passion. And if it's not a startup, be happy with it. Because startups are tough. And if you build a startup, call me. The 10th and final life lesson is probably the one thing that I want you to remember from this presentation. This is the only thing that we can control in our lives. Any suggestions what this is? Happiness, time? Okay. Yourself? Okay, I heard it there. The only thing, the only single thing, nothing more, that you have 100% power and control over is your perception. You cannot control the traffic jam you're in, neither the weather, when it rains, when the sun shines. You cannot control the financial markets. Most of the time, you cannot even control your own time. Having in mind you have some percentage of control over the time. But you can control how you perceive the changes in weather, financial markets, and the traffic jam you're stuck in for 2 hours. This is the only thing, if you think about it, that you have 100% control over. And no one can take it from you. A disaster for someone may be an opportunity for another. There's an interesting book on this topic that I suggest you to read. It's by Ryan Holiday, and it's called The Obstacle is the Way. And it's all about that it's up to us how we perceive events, people, and situations around us. There's nothing like bad or good. There are things, happenings, and events. And it's us that put our own glasses and determine how we want to perceive things. No one else. And remember, perception is the only thing you have 100% control over. And no one can take it from you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm open for any kinds. Can I get my slides back for a second?
Absolutely.
Even the silly ones. So do not be afraid. If not now, we can go into the break after. Okay, what's your hardest moment given that you decided to leave uni and start your own venture? Where were you criticized? How long was it until you got to taste success? Success is far away. That's the first thing. It's somewhere like on top of this mountain, and I'm like in the base camp, in the bottom of the mountain. So yeah, something interesting is that 2 years ago I decided to leave university. I had the ability to go to 5 really awesome United Kingdom universities. I declined their offers, and I decided to stay here in Bulgaria. I started in a Bulgarian university, and it was 1 month until I realized that university education is just not for me. Then I built my own educational program, and I began learning by this educational program, which actually consists of things relevant to my goals, to the way I learn, not to the way that professors and university teachers tell me that I should be learning, because that's absolutely irrelevant. My parents, they weren't happy about it, but they accepted it. My grandmother, till today, cannot accept it. Yesterday, she was like, I want you to tell to the president of Bulgaria, Mr. Plevnev, because I had a meeting the day before. She was like, I want to tell him that I want him to take you back to university. I was like, okay. I'll pass on the message. That's for the university thing.
If you had a chance here.
Yeah, I see you.
Should you advise me, should I go to university, or you think I should follow your route and follow my...
I'll definitely tell you, do not follow my route and go to a freaking university. Why? Because I felt what it is to be at a university. I didn't decide out of nowhere I'm freaking lazy and I want to lay around on my bed all day. But I went there and I saw how university education looks like, and I decided for me that it's not the best fit. Where for you, may be. And if you do not at least try, at some point you may feel like you've missed a lot or something. Of course, you can always return there, but at least try. Bless you. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Did I answer?
Yes.
Perfect. Should practice come before theory? Always. I think theory is irrelevant, absolutely, and it's BS. Why? Because theory is nothing if you do not practice it, where on the other hand, practice can teach you a lot of things. And there will be things that you will not be learning by heart from the textbook, but you will be acquiring through experience. So I advise you, do everything possible to experience things and practice. When was your Eureka moment? I never had one. I'm hoping for it till today, but every day is Eureka moment for me at some point. Before, when I was listening to Yuli's presentation, to Boris's presentation, to Leona's presentation, I had a Eureka moment for something, for me, personal, even a little one. So I don't believe there is a Eureka moment. I believe that there are small steps. And probably the most important one would be, don't wait for the moment to hit you. You should hit the moment by moving and by doing things. So do as many things as you can until you find this moment and until you start feeling what is relevant to you. You mentioned Ryan Holiday. Can you tell us more people you follow and are passionate about? Yes. One person that I'm super passionate about, except Ryan Holiday, is Timothy Ferriss. He's really good at time optimization and business optimization. I have a friend in the audience, I will not mention his name, but he's super cool, who is really well able to get the advices by Tim Ferriss and apply them in his own business and his own work. So try Tim Ferriss. Another one, I really like Elon Musk. That's like a traditional thing. Everyone likes Elon Musk. He's the craziest person on earth. But I like him because he's super brave and super exciting, and he wants to reach space, and he doesn't give a damn about reaching Mars, and he knows that he's going to do it. So Elon Musk, Ryan Holiday, Tim Ferriss, they're completely different people, but I find it really interesting for me. There's an important other question. How important is the real-world business experience for you? What are your biggest business accomplishments and failures? How important is the real-world business experience for you? For me, it's crucial. If you get a textbook and you start learning business, you will never learn business. Business, entrepreneurship, and anything else, according to me, is learned by experience and by doing. So immerse yourself as soon as you can in what you want to do. Talk to people that are successful in this field. Come to conferences, find mentors, talk to your lecturers. Whatever you do, just do it and experience it. What are your biggest business accomplishments and failures? I do not really have big business accomplishments besides, like, in starting my own business, besides starting a media website called Entrepreneur.bg, which I couldn't monetize till today for 4 years. And I nearly got broke because of it. So that would be probably my biggest failure. My biggest accomplishment, it would be personal, not a business one. I love leaving every single person I talk to with a positive feeling. And not about me, but about himself, somehow. And that's something that I try to do every day, and something that really inspires me to meet more people. That's it. List 3 of your favorite podcasts. Do we have time, actually? Or we should?
You can answer this one.
Yeah. 3 of my favorite podcasts. The Tim Ferriss one will be first. The second one will be The Freedom Fast Lane by Daniel Moran, I think it's called. And the third one would be Brendon Burchard's, how was it? The Charged Life, I guess, was called. Brendon Burchard. Yuli talked about Brendon. Okay, that's it. I'll be on the break outside. Thank you.